share a thought on the purification process of the Metzora, the leper, or someone who was plagued with a skin disease in biblical times. Last week's Parsha talked about assessing the problem. This week's Parsha talks, usually they're read together. It's like one unit. But this week's Parsha talks about how to cure it. So the process is like really interesting. They take two birds. The Kohen, after he assesses that there's an issue, he takes two birds. One of them he slaughters, and we put that blood in like a cup with spring water and like in a vessel, and then we take the live bird along with like one unit. A separate unit is hyssop branch, cedar wood, and also like a wool to like tie it all together. So basically, you take the blood of the bird that you slaughtered, and you dip the live bird along with this branch, the cedar branch, it's wrapped together with what's it called, with crimson wool and hyssop. You dip them into the blood with the live bird, and then you sprinkle that on the one who's sick in order to help purify them. So you're asking, how does that purify? I don't know, but there's a lot of symbolism here, which is really interesting. So the sages say, why do we choose these things? Birds, hyssop, cedar. They say it all hints to the ailment of the person who was a Metzora. Why did they get plagued with this malady, this horrible disease? It's because they spoke evil speech about others. There's a precedent for this in the Bible. It says that Miriam was plagued with leprosy or tzarat after she spoke about Moshe. So what are we trying to hint to them with the dipping of the birds? We take birds because birds are always chirping. We're trying to hint to you, you're talking too much. And we take the cedar because that's a big tree, is that you are arrogant. And when the remedy for that is we take the hyssop branch, we say you should be lowly and humble, like the hyssop and the crimson wool. So it's kind of some symbolism here. I thought about a different direction to go with this, and the same idea. Symbolism behind the cedar and the hyssop. The hyssop is a lowly branch. It's like supposedly it grows around. It grows and it's like a shrub. It's like a bush. It grows around like rocks. Considered like a lowly branch in our tradition. On the other hand, the cedar is something grand. It's the cedars are strong trees. So it could be hinting to two reasons why people speak Lashon Hara. Sometimes you speak badly about other people because you think you're better than them. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this woman. You start speaking badly about them because you think you're better than them. So for that person, they have to think about the hyssop. The hyssop's low. And sometimes we speak Lashon Hara, bad speech about others, because we think we're less than them. We're lower than them. And so that for the remedy for that is to think about the cedar tree. You're not that low. You're greater than you think. So I think this is hints to like an idea in relation to how we view ourselves. People oftentimes think like in Judaism, it's always about thinking how low you are, being humble. Of course it is. But sometimes we have to remember that we also have greatness, and that we're great, and we have a divine soul, and that we are like the cedar also. So it's trying to hint to these two sides. Don't be overly extreme in either side. And if you can think about how to elevate yourself on these two levels, not thinking you're too low, not thinking you're too high, then you can come out of issues that you might have, similar to the Metzora, who was plagued with this biblical skin disease.